welcome back to the channel. We're up in Puerto Morelos, Mexico. It's morning and we're cooking breakfast. Thanks for returning subscribers. Newcomers, go ahead and push that red subscribe button. Now we're going to get right into this. Today I thought about having something different, and I'm going to do my ultimate hash brown eggs. And what that is, you see here, I've got a large potato cut up, diced up small. And then I've got a half of a large onion and a half of an avocado. And this is the basis of how we start this. Okay, let me go ahead and cut this avocado up some more. Go ahead and put that in a dice mode. Okay, we're going to get our skillet and start getting this. And get the skillet on and start thinking about what type of meat or other ingredients we want to include in here that's going to make this ultimate. Okay? Okay, we have found some more items in the refrigerator. Of course, you're going to need the eggs. We're going to use red pepper. We're going to use these beef sausage. And we're going to use some turkey ham. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get all the rest of these ingredients cut up. And I've decided, because we're in Mexico, we're going to use some tortes. So we're going to turn these hash brown eggs into hash brown egg tortes. Ultimate, of course. Okay, so let's get to cutting up the rest of this. We've got our red pepper. We've already rinsed that off. So you're going to use, depending on how much you want to make and how many people you're feeding, is going to determine how much of this you cut up and add to it. But like I tell you all the time, everything's to flavor. I didn't have any green pepper, which that's a good option too. But you know me, use what's in your refrigerator. Yeah. It's no fun cooking when you have to stop and go to the grocery store to buy an ingredient that you don't have. Now for these, to me, the smaller you dice up the vegetables and meat things, the better it tastes. I don't know why, but to me it just tastes better. It's almost like all of the different flavors just kind of marry together better when the pieces are smaller. So if you have a chopper, you can opt and use that and make your pieces even smaller. Okay, so we've got this red pepper cut up. Yeah. Okay, we did get that cut up. We're going to use just one of these. One of these links should be fine. Yeah, just one of these should be just fine. And like I said, the smaller you cut the pieces, the better. Okay. And with these hot dogs, they have a really good pronounced flavor. So you don't have to have like a ton of the meat in it to be able to taste that flavor. So that kind of helps too, because they can get to be quite expensive. Now your turkey ham is not very expensive at all, so you can use it a little bit more sparingly. Okay, and we're just cutting that. Just keep cutting that. And this should be enough of this also. Okay. I think we've got all of our ingredients cut up, and we're ready to start putting it in the skillet and frying our mixture together. We've got the pan on. We're going to add maybe like a tablespoon or so of oil. And then we're going to start adding our ingredients to this. Here's some of the potatoes. Going adding these ingredients. They look quite beautiful. Okay, your avocado. Avocado and your meats. All the ingredients. Okay. Adding all the little ingredients to this. Okay, and just start moving that around. Be careful because we've got this pretty full. Get this going. Just going to put all this in here, put our top on this, and we'll come back and check it. Okay. Yeah, I think these pieces have been cut up in a nice size. Okay. Now once you start getting this going and your onions change colors, then you'll know it'll be time to add your eggs. But let's get a little burn on this meat in here a little bit and the stuff before we add the eggs. Now those of you who are vegetarian, you just don't use the meat. And then if you're vegan, you don't use the meat or the egg. Okay? So there are many different options you can use this for. I've even made this with squash, and it was very good. Okay, so we've got 4 eggs over here. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and crack our eggs. Always crack your eggs when you're using fresh eggs into a container and not into what you're cooking, because I have gotten unlucky before and got an egg that was spoiled and cracked it right into my whole pan of what I was cooking and ruined it all. So it's best to always use a secondary container to crack your eggs into, so you'll know if one of your eggs might be bad or not all the way developed. Okay? So, take that, get us a little fork, and just go ahead and mix that up. Step right down. Let's move this mixture around. Okay. I always opt to make a little hole in the middle, and then I pour my eggs in. Okay. Let's get all that. And then I just start moving it around. Okay. If you feel like you need to add more egg, you can. So don't feel like you can only use 4 eggs. You can use as many eggs as you like. I'm just using 4 because I have a lot of other things in it. And I don't think I need much more than 4. So go ahead and mix that around. As you can see, I haven't added really any seasoning to this. And you can keep it like this, and you won't really need any seasoning if you use a lot of your fresh vegetables for your seasoning. But I didn't have any garlic, so I am going to add just a little bit of garlic powder. Well, you might want to add it to one that works, okay. And maybe a half a teaspoon, you know, everything's to flavor. So if you like a lot of garlic, go ahead and be generous with it. Yeah. And we're going to let this cook a little bit more, and we're going to get our tortas together. Now we've got our torta bread, and all we're going to do to prepare our torta bread is we're going to take a serrated knife, and we're going to cut them down the sides so that we can add this to the torta. Now another way you can also opt to do it, if you like, is you can cut a V in your torta and put your mixture inside and lay your cheese on top. That's also another way. Normally I do it like this because you can get a lot more of your ingredients inside this way. You know, that's kind of how greedy people do it. Me. And then you can add inside. But like I said, if you cut a V in the middle and pull that out, then you can put your mixture in and put cheese over and just stick it in the oven and toast it. That's really good that way too. But we're doing it this way today. Okay, got our last one prepared, and we opened it up. There you go. Yeah, and just peek in there to make sure it's open like you want it to be. Okay, and now this part is done. We need to get our meat mixture complete. Okay, and here's our meat mixture. Now as you can see, the onions have turned colors, and you see the visible signs of the egg because it is done. Okay, and now we're ready for our next step. A towel here for the hot pan. We're just going to sit this here and start adding this into the tortas. Just get you a spoonful, lift up your torta, and go ahead and put that in there. Okay. Okay. Thing that drops out, just go ahead and push that back up in there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to add that. Oh, nicely. Oh, it's hot. Be careful. Lift that up. Spoon that over in there. Okay. Okay. You go back and you see some spots where maybe you can add some more. Just go ahead and put it on in there. Okay, those look pretty full, okay? So we're going to get our last ingredient, which is the cheese. And that's what's just going to marry it all together. You can opt to use 1 slice of cheese, 2 slices of cheese. It's just up to you. I normally only use 1, but I'll show you the difference. You can put 1 down that edge and then 1 down that edge. And then it's going to marry it together. Okay? But I normally only opt to do 1 slice of cheese. Okay, and you're just taking that slice, you're going to open that up and you're going to put it on the inside. And the heat from that sandwich is going to melt that down. Okay, and we'll make another one with extra cheese too, in case somebody wants one with the extra cheese. Once this part is done, What you can do is you can either, at this point, you can eat them just like they are. But what I really like to do at this point is take these and put them in the toaster oven to have like a little toast to them. You know, so then the bread is just a little bit crunchy and it's toasted. Okay. So we're going to set this aside. We're going to take our toaster oven. Okay. You see this? You pull the little shelf out on the toaster oven. We're going to get it ready. And I always like to use a piece of foil or something because it keeps my little toaster oven always ready to use, and I don't have to worry about trying to clean it and all of that good thing. So I just take this and cover up the little pan so as to not get that dirty. And one thing you want to realize when you live in Mexico, you have a lot of bugs, and any type of apparatus like this you use for cooking, you want to make sure you're not leaving any crumbs at all, or you're going to find an ant farm in it the next time you want to use it. And good practice is you're going to turn this on excuse me, and you're going to let it heat up a little bit before you put your food in it, so that if any type of bugs or anything might have roamed in there, they'll be out before you put your food in there. And that's just the nature of being in a warmer climate and in a rustic or a jungle type area. You may have some issues with that. So we've heated that up, and I'm sure they're running out if they were in, and we just pop that in there and we'll wait for that to toast. And it's done. Thanks for watching. Try this out. See how you like it. Tastes wonderful. Bye-bye. Have a great day.